Good morning. This is Justin back with an engineer's perspective. I've been seeing some posts out there about a mirror check, and so I wanted to throw my name in the hat to do my mirror check, and I was just going to video the sharpening. Honestly, I very, very rarely make a mirrored edge. When I used to do it a lot, it was on the KME. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go through the full progression on this here Maxamet and see where we get. But yeah, I wouldn't say like when I have a high grit edge, I'm more doing big jumps up to it, and I'm doing very specific short duration things on that high grit stone, like the Shapton Glass 8K, which I really enjoy. I'm not sitting there getting that perfect polish, so I'm not 100% sure what I need to be avoiding to kind of preserve the aggression of the edge while I'm spending a lot of time at each grit. So with that said, yeah, I've got Maxamet Manix 2 here. It's actually got somewhat shiny of an edge on it. You can see my hand. I don't know. I think that's a 3K. Or can you see the lettering in there a little bit? Maybe, maybe not. Anyways, it's actually halfway decently shiny, but regardless, I'm gonna hit it on the Veneves. It's been a hot second since I've used these. So I'm gonna start on the, don't even remember what grit the low grit is anymore. It's all like corroded. 240, that's what it was, 240F. Gonna start on the 240F side. And see how it goes. Full burr formation there. Other side. Sorry, I don't got a lot to say this morning. Just making you watch me sharpen. And just check in my scratch pattern. I didn't work it all the way up to the bevel on this side over here. There's a little gap right at the top, but I'm too lazy to go back. This side looks pretty good. All the scratches look very aligned, so that's what we want. Sorry about that, my alarm went off and my phone stops recording when that happens. Okay. Onto the 400F Veneve. Just really working out those deeper scratches here. Not afraid of making too big of a burr yet. Let's take a look. Looks really nice. Nice and even finish, that is. Well, it's okay evenness now that I actually see it reflecting in the light. It's okay. Like I said, this isn't my forte of polishing. And I'm just spending some good time to get out those 240F scratches. And just as a reminder, that 240F is like a 330 grit in terms of like maybe like a DMT course, similar to that. Tends to be a lot more even of a finish than the DMT does. If you want to watch my coarse diamond video, it's 400F is like a DMT fine-ish, 800 grit or so. I forget the micron ratings, but they've got a range. These veneers are way more consistent in their scratch patterns than diamond plates are, but still not as consistent as something like the Naniwa diamond stones or the super vitrified. There, I'm really going to try to blend this all together. Pretty good. I think I liked the other side. Well, pretty good. Okay. Something I was just thinking about the other day is if you look at the back of this knife, right back at the choil, or at the heel, you can, if you're very observant and if this camera would focus worth a hoot, you can see the tiniest little remnant of a sharpening choil I added when I first got this knife. It's all gone for the most part. Maybe we should start doing that. How many choils have you gone through? Have you sharpened out? Is it a one choil knife, a two choil knife? Just gonna set this over. Yeah. Okay, on to 800F. Oh, it's F800. Do you say the FEPA before or after? The F stands for FEPA. It's the grit rate system. There's the 800. Still haven't fully decided what finishing is going to look like for me. I mean, an edge lead, no doubt. But anywho. On to the 800. Now I gotta start thinking more about burr management. Which, like I said, I don't really, normally when I get to this grit, I'm just doing burr management. You know, just using the stone to manage the burr and kind of bring up the finish in terms of cutting ability, not really visual appeal. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this. My hope is I've set up my finish well enough from the previous stones that I'm not going to have to spend that much time on these last ones to get that mirror. We'll see. having a little bit of a hard time getting down to the heel of this knife because I actually have to bend my wrist to fuzz to get down there, which is not an ideal scenario. It's just these short stones. I don't know if you heard that sound, but I sure did, and I don't know what it was. It's Wayne on his motorcycle, getting ready for the day. This is his garage door. We like Wayne, so it's okay if he makes a little noise in the early morning. All right, this is the 12 Hundo F, which is 2 to 3 micron. So nice high finish. Not looking to do a whole bunch of work here. The burr was much smaller off of that 800 too, by the way, compared to the 2 coarser stones. Less time, less pressure, and just different stone grit-wise. I do feel like I accidentally came in at a high angle on this one here, so I'm a little bit concerned that this isn't going to work out quite right. Maybe not. I don't know. So when you get to these fine stones and you're just doing your finishing touches on the actual apex, that you really start seeing the mistakes that you've made. Be it unintentional convexing or missing a spot or whatever. Honestly, I'm having a hard time telling which side the burr is on. If I flipped it or not. Let's do a quick 3-finger test. Just gonna kind of clean my fingers off the fuzz bit. It's got a whole bunch of bite. I'm guessing there's still a burr on there. But it feels, it's like a foil burr is what my fingers are telling me we've got. Because it feels, Jesus, 2 alarms to make sure I wake up. I thought I only had 1, so my bad. But as I was saying, it feels more like refined bite, like a foil burr would versus like a sawtooth blade that you'd feel on a bigger burr. I don't know what to call it. If there's a name for the just normal burr. And we're looking for some slicing aggression, but the most important thing is cleanliness, is my guess here. For that old paper towel cut. Nice clean edge, but it does need aggression, otherwise it'll just slide over those fibers. Okay. Well, certainly is shiny. All right, how are we gonna take this one home? Let's try to ease into this a little bit. Some stroppage. Cutting off the burr, or attempting to. I find personally that a stropping stroke doesn't seem to set up a burr cutoff very well. Like I said, I'm trying to do this very delicate-like, and so might be okay. No, this can definitely still tell there's burr on there. I can tell I convexed this right side at some point. Kind of what I was alluding to earlier. Too many stones in a progression, you make a mistake. I'm gonna keep beating up on this thing a little bit before we go to the strop. Just because if you rely on your strop to do all the work, then you're never gonna get a good result. It feels halfway decent. I don't think it's where it needs to be. Let's see if we can do this right off the stone. I don't think it's there. That's not what my fingers are telling me. I just feel like they need a little cleanup on aisle 10. Not expecting anything glorious. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this, you know. But we'll try. We'll try. I'm going to slither on over there. Next go. I guess I should show you the mirrorness. I mean, that was pretty weak. I was hoping to just, you know, you see that right? Oh, no, you don't see that. Just the fuzz. You know, it's not as like pushy as it needs to be, I think, to satisfy the challenge. All right. This guy. And we'll look at the mirror. So I'm going to try to stay away from the apex so I can get a little polish action out of this. So meaning I'm trying not to quite hit the apex, or at least not lean into it. So this adds to the mirror qualities of this edge. Where sex appeal is part of the goal. Normally I wouldn't struggle with a foil burr on Maxamet. I feel like on most grits you wouldn't. So I think it's kind of interesting having gone through this progression to get to the end and be stuck with a foil burr. Now we're actually going for the apex. Don't know if that's quite it either. know, still feels too foily to me. Try it again. Rip that off. Killing trees here. No. Once again, not. Oh, that's worse. You can see I've created a foil burr. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. This is probably not ideal angle. So there you go. I've generated more burr on the strop by overstropping it like that. Says me. I'm not saying that's factual, but that's my belief. That's why you gotta be darn careful with them there strops. We're just gonna go full bore edge lead into this and see where that gets us. It's certainly a super sharp edge, you know. More arm shaving, my wife will love that. Just not as shavy as it really ought to be. Okay, we're gonna get desperate here. Normally not needed for Maxamet, but I think there's a burr that I'm chasing here. I'm just seeing if I can't peel that sucker off. This might scratch up my finish, I don't know. Answer being yes. That, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just catching the imperfections. Okay, let's see what we've got on our hands now. Normally I wouldn't expect a nice edge off of that, but one that's ready to become nice. Okay, so real light. Ooh, a little high angle. Once you really start effing around like this, you're really getting in it. There you go, a little strap on the belly. Oh yeah, now she's sharp. No, still not really satisfied with that. No. Damn. There you go, that was my honest attempt. I'm kind of, yeah, no, I'd say that's worse. The best I had was right off the stone. I really want to quit here because I just don't have the time to sit and screw with this anymore, but I'm just feeling a little stubborn. So the thing is, this isn't going to be a low enough grit to really like reset. Fix my mistakes. Biggest one being is on this right side, I convexed it at some point. Using some high pressure to get some real work done here. Now we're in a tailspin, as they say. Still going that hard pressure. Just trying to fix my mistakes. This almost never works when you end on this high grit. It just doesn't have the ability to move enough material to really fix your mistakes, to sharpen them out rather. God, yeah, it's so convex. I think it's worse. Oh, lordy. Ladies and gents, I think we're screwed. My angle control is getting real rusty like, but doing this many stones in a progression is not my jam. You know, you gotta hide behind your lack of skill by using fewer stones, you know what I mean? Also, if anybody thinks it takes too long to sharpen Maxamet, I think I did that first part in like 10 minutes, full progression to a mirror, which I still haven't shown, but I will. Okay, we're just gonna go in real nice like that. Like that. See if I just can't recover something out of this. Ooh, this isn't gonna be good. Bad. I don't think it's gonna be. We'll give it a shot though. Doesn't feel good. See if we can make sure there ain't no foil. Never use this on Maxamet before, never had to. Now I'm getting all anal. Don't know if this is gonna be productive or not. And real quick and light on the strobe. Man, I mean, here, do I reverse hands it? Here we go, I'll do this left-handed. I don't know how stupid my left hand is, so. Fuck, that's way worse. No. Nope, it's irrecoverable. So what to do at this point if you've got an edge you're not happy with? Oh, let's do the mirror. The best thing to do at this point would be to go back down to a lower grit stone, call it, say the 400F would be a start. Maybe for Maxamet, just start over. There's that mirror. You can see the paintbrush box. So very shiny like, that's for sure. Very sexy in that aspect. Very, very nice. Shiny. Yeah, so that's cool. It's very shiny. Polished it is. Aggression wise, oh, I mean, it's got loads of bite. It just feels like a burr to me. Not like a foil burr. Yeah, it's just not cutting like it ought to. Maybe I should have tried K390 instead of Maxamet. I was too stubborn. I was like, fuck it, I'll use Maxamet. Just because Maxamet's probably my favorite right now. But yeah, best thing to do though would go down to a much lower grit and reform that apex. I've got a whole bunch of convexing going on. And that's just overall, especially right down at the apex, gonna make your apex not very sharp at all. Excuse me. and kind of fat, not want to cut very well. And then when your bevel is all apex or convexed like that, it's really hard to like hit it evenly, you know, because you're relying on a consistency in a rocking motion to get that same convex every time, and you're not going to, and so your apex ends up being super inconsistent. It's really hard to deburr it because it's like, okay, how do I know I hit the whole edge and everything? So yeah, not ideal. But that all said, after I get using it some, that burr will come off and life will go on and yada yada. It's ultra sharp for sure. It's just biting right into the fingernail. I can feel aggression on there. Pops the hairs off, so it's a decent edge. But is it a sexy S cut through paper towel edge? It is not. But decent mirror. I tried, I failed. That's all I've got for today. Have a good one. Bye. I would best test it, but my best tester is somewhere back there. Is that it? No, that's just the mat still. It's somewhere back in there, and I'm just too lazy for that shit.